Hello, this is Mr. Stein, and in this video I'm going to take you on an introduction of Chapter 5, Relations and Functions, for Foundations and Pre-Calculus Math 10. Alright, so in your notes, we've got a table of contents, which will show you where everything is in the notes. You'll have your prerequisite skills practice, which you should have done before the unit starts. It reminds you of the topics and the content that you should remember before you start this unit. Then we move on to the unit overview. First, we have the curriculum outcomes. This is what the curriculum says you need to understand. You need to expand and apply understanding of relations and functions, including relating data, graphs, and situations, analyzing and interpreting, and distinguishing between relations and functions. You need to be able to demonstrate an understanding of linear relations, including representing in words, ordered pairs, table of values, graphs, function notation, and equations. Here's the outline of what we are going to do. Section 5.1, representing relation. 5.2, properties of functions. 5.3, interpreting and sketching graphs. 5.5, graphs of relations and functions. 5.6, properties of linear relations. 5.7, interpreting graphs of linear functions. Here's the projected calendar. This unit should take about 2 weeks. You can see here, starting off on May 4th, Monday, relations learning. Then we go through 5.2, 5.3, and then have a couple of days to practice. So doing your textbook questions, making sure you can do the math. Not just understand it, but can do it. Then graphs of relations and functions, right here. 5.6, properties of linear relations, and 5.7, interpreting graphs of linear functions. Then on May 14th, you have a workday in practice. May 15th, I just noted you could use this as a workday in practice and then just take an extra day off at the end of the year. I mean, our schedule is pretty flexible right now, so do with that as you may. Again, you might be a little bit behind from the last unit and you might have to push this unit back a day or two, but be flexible. Just know that it should take about 2 weeks to get done. Here you can see all of the textbook questions to do. 5.1, representing relations, it's on those pages, 5.2, and so on down to the end. What you should do is you should make sure you do all the first ones. So in this 5.5, graphs of relations and functions, 4 to 7 are basic understanding questions. Then generally questions 8 and 9 are slightly more complicated understanding questions, and back here, these guys here are more complicated problems. So you need to decide how many questions you are going to do. It's my suggestion that you always do 4 to 7. You always do some of 8 and 9. And then of the more complex story problem questions back in these sections, you choose to do a few to make sure you really understand it. Make sure when you're doing your textbook questions to do a question or two, check to see if it's correct. If it is, move on. If it's not, see if you can fix your mistake. Always work on that self-assessment cycle. Online resources. All right, I am going through these notes and examples on my YouTube channel, and there's the address for this playlist. Now, a guy who goes by the name of Facts with Fowler, he also goes through all of these topics exactly as we are going to. So if you get annoyed with me, go find Facts with Fowler. See if you like him better. If you do, watch him. He'll take you through all the exact same stuff that I am going to, and you should be able to do the textbook questions based on watching him. As you can see in this unit, Khan Academy and CEMC only have videos for some of the things that we're doing, not for everything. So it's best to stick with myself or Facts with Fowler, and you will be all right if you can go through one of those two series. And then after this, we have our unit in graphs where we will graph a couple of functions relating to this unit, and then right into section 5.1, representing relations. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments.